Here we go, people. It's a Tuesday. What on earth are we doing live on a Tuesday? But we're already welcoming in some of our absolute favourites. Let's just check that everything's working properly. Who have we got with us? Benjamin Bessemer, first through the door. Would you expect it to be anybody other than our good friend Benjamin? I'm not entirely sure that you would. Welcome in, BB. Good to see you. We've got Sean Poole with us this afternoon. We've got No Game beaming in from the Emerald Isles, as he has a habit of doing. Good to see you, sir. David Nyholmes there. He's just picking up the furballs in the background, beaming all the way in from Denmark, by the way. Fat Nige. Good to see you, Nige. Hope you are incredibly well, and we are blessed. There is a Bombelios amongst us. Neil is here. Good afternoon. Who do I speak to refund your gifted sub? It's probably a Casino Square issue, if I'm honest. You were planning on subbing either once we'd won something, doubtful, or we fit 5 games into a stream, positively unlikely. You've hopefully not for a long time, i.e. hopefully not for a long time. I'm with you. I think you're pretty much safe there. Nige, happy today, as you just had a text from the Department of Work and Pensions, I think, DWP, telling me that you've been awarded a PIP. Used to be called Disability Benefit. Yet to find out how much, though. Hey, help is help, though, isn't it? That's good news. Well done, Nige. And Neil. Well, there you go. There is the full range of emotes for you. Emozil, hi, mate. Nice to finally catch a stream. It's Liam from Twitter, YouTube, in brackets, Villa fans. Now, what is going on, by the way? Why are we attracting so many Villa fans? Birmingham fans are outnumbered right now. So many Villa fans. Right, Tuesday's not normally our day. I think, as I explained yesterday during the stream, tomorrow we've got a little family thing during the afternoon. So to jiggle things around a little bit, we're going to go today, a couple of hours, Thursday afternoon as well. We will, of course, be back Friday. And then we won't be able to stream at all next week. So I have to try and work in some weekend streams where we can. It's certainly not a booze day over here, Neil. Maybe it is in your neck of the woods, although knowing you, sobriety is the watchword. I would imagine not. We're also going with a very experimental cover versions playlist. I think, as we started to learn yesterday, I have some quirks about me. One of them is that I am a sucker for a cover version. Cover versions always seem better than the original song to me, so we're going to be playing a few of our favourites in the background. Benjamin's going to be lurking as he's with his friends. Benjamin, you get there and have some fun. We're going to jump in and play some Football Manager. We've played one game since yesterday's stream, believe it or not. It's against Manchester City. And honestly, we were a little unlucky. Scored really early. One of those goals where you have a direct free kick that pings back off the crossbar and a player taps it over the line. We were in the lead for only 5 minutes before Erling Haaland then popped in an equaliser. They had a goal disallowed, but then we held them pretty well. And we had a goal disallowed in the 74th minute. Never mind it being disallowed. I honestly think this could have been a penalty. I think we had a real shout as we welcome in Ruscio, by the way. Everyone seems pretty good so far. So I thought in the 75th minute, we'd managed to go 2-1 up against Manchester City. Look at the penalty appeal here. Rodrigo was brought down. We play on. The Solly fires home. Offside. Disallowed due to VAR. But what about the penalty? Big team bias. Clear big team bias. And then we conceded 2 goals in the final 15 minutes. So we didn't even pick up a point. In fact, they went down the other end from us scoring, and Haaland scored his second of the game. And then Foden popped one in. So it was the over 30s show. 33-year-old Philip Foden scored for them. But we were close. I'd reverted back to the old 4-1-4-1, by the way, for Manchester City. But today's first game is going to be a very different affair. So we're going to be taking on Accrington Stanley in the Cup. And I think we've got a little bit fortunate here as we welcome in J4WG as well. Good day to you. I hope you're well. Got no game. It was nailed on, wasn't it? Big team bias. But we somehow have managed to wangle ourselves a home tie against Accrington Stanley from the Vanarama National League. There's only one other team from outside the Premiership. Premiership? Is it the late 90s? The Premier League, I should say. Left in the cup, and that's Bournemouth. Everybody else is a Premier League team. Now, I'm not going to be saying this after we go out to a non-league side, but it would seem like we've got a reasonably favourable draw with a home tie against Accrington. So I'm hoping that we can use that to win a game, get into the FA Cup quarter-finals. We already got into the League Cup quarter-finals this season, so good progress in the Cups. And then we've got some must-win games. Kesson don't. Who are they, Nige? Kesson is not. It's not a cursed fixture, is it? We couldn't lose to Accrington. We couldn't. Oh, now I'm nervous. Fludu is with us as well. Hope today's stream is a little calmer for you. Well, Llama karma. I am absolutely with you. Goodness me, streams like yesterday don't come along very often, but they were a little bit much, weren't they? Goodness me. So apart from that Manchester City defeat, which we played reasonably well in, we got 4 games unbeaten there. Right, maybe we're not played the strongest opposition in those games, but we're going to play Accrington, Stoke, Chelsea today. The Stoke game is going to be big. Because after losing to Manchester City, we are now only clear of Fulham in the bottom 3 on goal difference. Stoke would leapfrog us if they beat us. It's got the feeling of a must-win game. So that one's a biggie. If we go out of the cup to Accrington and then lose to Stoke, I don't know whether I'll be able to handle that. What does the Southgate lecture entail? Well, I don't think we need to worry about that until a significant amount of furballs have been earned. But it will basically me just educating people on England's choice of manager. I think I tend to get very impassioned when I'm talking about Gareth Southgate, so use it sparingly, I think. You've got to do it on a cold night at Stoke. Well, it's Feb. Is the game at Stoke, or are we the home side for that? It is. It's a Wednesday. It's going to be 1st of March. No weather report. Gusty, wet. There you go. That's very typically Stoke away, isn't it? So we'll see whether we can do it. 3 points in that game. Beat Accrington Stanley. Bounce into a Chelsea team that are having a pretty tough season and beat them. Hey, we're flying up the league. Absolutely flying. Lose all 3 games and I think we're looking for new clubs. Is it pro-Southgate or anti-Southgate? Do we answer that? People tend to have different opinions on Southgate to me. I am if you've ever seen my Southgate rants before, I'm very pro-Southgate. But we'll worry about that when there's, I don't know what I've set that at. 10,000 furballs, maybe? Simon, you'll answer 90% pro. You're imagining a lecture extolling the virtues of Southgate while Jerusalem is playing. I'll put my waistcoat on, Rugio. Morning, Gashead, as well. Morning, Simon. But for Pete's sake, please don't ask any more. Let's send the assistant to this press conference. By the way, Kesson's got me nervous. I was thinking, do you know what? I always come back on stream for the really difficult fixtures and we lose them. So I was thinking, I'll come back for Accrington Stanley in the cup. Let's show the team scoring a few goals. Kesson's got me panicking. We could lose this, couldn't we? Bangora's picked up a knock. Great. Without a central defender. Yeboah's not training. Aggie Income's not training. Carriage, of course, is leading the way. He always does. The Asoli's picking up. That's nice. We'll give him a bit of praise as well. And then the other player that's training well is a player that I cannot get a 7 out of in a game. This is Wonder Kid. Every game he is poor. 6.2, 6.5, 6.3 across his last 3 appearances. I swear I'm only playing him at the moment because he's an 18-year-old wonder kid and I feel like he must come good. Maybe I'm wrong with that. Maybe that's not the case. Gashead says morning, it's afternoon, eh? We're holiday bound, aren't we, Gashead? Have you broken up yet, by the way? J4, if you adopt a llama, do you get to take ownership of one of your children? It's not that kind of adopt a llama, although that would be a cost-saving initiative worthy of consideration. I was thinking of adopting an actual llama, who we will name. But I think haven't I put that in as a million furballs? Because I don't actually want to ever do it. So that's a long way ahead. Teacher and some holidays, you're all over the shop and barely know what your name is. You've broken up already, have you? My kids are still toiling away. Don't panic. It will be fine. They don't like it Upham. Well, I think that's us. We don't like it Upham, and Accrington Stanley could well give us a tough game here. Still adjusting to the league. I don't know whether I'd say adjusting or whether just outright failing. Let's bring Aggie Income in for Bangora. What else? Let's bring Nuri in for Christina Aguilera. And we'll bring Suleiman back in. Ah, he's adjusting, is he? Well, I guess at 18 he's not going to speak any English. Apart, basic English. And I'm pretty sure when I signed him, actually, it said something about him struggling to adjust. Yeah, it tends to be a peripheral figure. Maybe he needs a year. The llama, we'll call it Casino the Llama. If you adopt a llama, could it fill in for you for the streams you can't make? Well, I've seen pictures all over social media of llamas attending weddings in tuxedos, so I guess anything's possible. If you start doing predictions for matches, a million furballs will not take that long. Why? Because you will all bet on me losing and I will duly deliver. That's a good point. Right, who's coming in off the bench? Yaboa, I guess. Don't have a lot of options back there, do we? And let's get Rodrigo in for Flavs. And let's go back to not our 4-4-2. Let's be absolutely clear on that. Let's get back onto our 4-1-3-2. Asymmetric. And let's bite the bullet. Okay, let's get out there and take them on. The llama might get up to 5 or 6 games in a stream. I don't know. He's got to press the mouse buttons with the hooves. Neil, how dare you? How dare you? I'm not sure how you would tweak this tactic to make it less of a 4-4-2. Gashead, come on now. Ricochet's with us as well. Welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're very well. People are telling me that this has resemblances to a 4-4-2. I mean, not with the player instructions. We've got this wide playmaker sitting narrower. So it's, I mean, I don't even know what you would describe this as. It's as far removed from a 4-4-2 as I think you can get. There's nothing like Mike Bassett. I honestly... Oh. Oh, blimey. You know what's just happened. Come on in, Raiders. Come on in. RTF, you tactical mastermind, an all-round beautiful individual, you. What an absolute hero you are. Goodness me, and you've brought an awful lot of friends. RDF Tactics brings a party of over 100 with him. Neil is right to be shocked, and Kang's with us. Goodness me, thank you very, very much. For people that are perhaps joining this stream for the first time ever, and you'd be forgiven, we've only been streaming a couple of weeks. We are in vain trying to do a football manager save known as the Carlo Ancelotti Challenge, just like Carlo Ancelotti, who won the big 5 leagues around Europe. We're trying to do exactly the same. We're trying to win the Premier League, Liga, La Liga, Serie A, and the Bundesliga. And we're running out of time because FM24 is on the horizon. Shall we count up how many of those trophies we've won so far? Give me a second. Let me do the sums. That's right. None of them. Absolute zero. And we're trying to make it even harder on ourselves than Carlo Ancelotti did, because we're trying to do it only managing clubs from the 5 capital cities in those nations. And having started out at Kingstonian and already having managed in Paris and Madrid, we're at Crystal Palace and we're doing very rubbish. And we're only out of the relegation zone on goal difference. So it's going to be very tough. Welcome in, Manila Jojo. Welcome in the Kang as well. Dropping all of those little emotes. Manila Jojo, selling a new-gen Phil Neville to Everton in your save? Playing with a retro database, I hope, then. RDF should do a Llama tactic recreation. RDF might have slightly better things to do with his time. Clawsey is now following as well. Kindness beyond what we deserve, Clawsey. Thank you very much for that. Welcome into all of RDF's crews. Hope you had a lovely time hanging out with RDF. Why wouldn't you? He wins trophies on the regular. Things will be a little bit different to anybody that wants to hang around. We don't tend to win quite so much. This formation is like the 4-4-2's hick. There's no such thing. It's not a more negative 4-4-2. Nothing about this screams 4-4-2. RDF, you never rage on a regular, by the way, and thank you, mods, for that shout-out. Aaron is one of our absolute favourite people. By the way, excitement time, injection time, if you will. Me and Aaron are going to be meeting up again in, help me with the sums, 11 days. You're sloughing, aren't you? You're sloughing. Classic Katie, thank you for the follow as well, Katie. One of my absolute favourite bloggers. Nice of you to join us. Aaron, am I right? Are you going to be playing up front, by the way? Are you Team Lelujo up front? I am excited. Let's get out there and do the inevitable then. We're the only team in the FA Cup playing a team below a championship level. We're taking on Accrington Stanley from the Vanorama National League. We're at home. We're playing our strongest lineup. It's going to be difficult. No, it's a normal database. The guy is named Phil Neville. Came through at Fulham. Nice. Nice. Afternoon, friends, says Kate. Zebu Nation, anything can be a 4-4-2 if you squint hard enough. Get us an early goal here. Come on, boys. Be a Solly. Just outside the area. This goes in, doesn't it? Oh, he's played a low one. He's only played a low one. Right. Should you be celebrating goals against a non-league team in the FA Cup when you're a Premier League side? When you score as few as us? Absolutely right, you should. J4, the 4-2-3-1 is basically... There you go. Yeah. RDF's going to be up top. Told them don't expect advanced forward movements. Hey, my scouts... I'm doing comms on the day. My scouts tell me that you're a bit special. And, you know, some people have been saying the FM Jesus. No pressure, but we're expecting big things. Are we in again, by the way? Suleiman, just square that, kids. Oh, Rodrigo. Oh, come on now. Manila, you're in 2036. I'm not far off that myself. 2034 we're in now. And all I've got to show for it is 2 League 2 titles. Nothing else. No. Finally, Rodrigo, you offside. Oh. Hold on. No, it's disallowed. We're still only 1-0 up against the non-leaguers. What we got in Kang, as a striker, his best attribute is reflexes. Well, I don't know. I've heard he's got game. Thoughts he's with us. Good to see you. A poacher that doesn't move. I love that. The static poacher that plays with his back to goal. Bringing it back, Aaron. That's a terrible wall. Hey, we're not knocking it. Got us the win. Craig's with us. Started and loving a save with Feyenoord. I'm playing a mad tactic myself, actually. I'll show you. Ignore any little emotes you see in the chat that say that this is anything like a 4-4-2. Beating Accrington, Stanley and milking it. One for the kids. I got ya. Looks like you found your level. How dare you? Classic Kate, I tell you what, that's a nice lunch, innit? That's fancy for a lunch, that. Simon's on a cup of tea. What? Neil, why are you throwing the jars in the chat? There's no need. Kesson 4-4-2 is not what we are playing. And I don't want to hear any more about it. Come on, we need another goal before half-time, people. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, that's the Brazilian quality that you purchase, isn't it? Hey, never mind goals. This is the chat we want. A standard cheese and ham toasted sandwich. Lovely. Gashead, loving the new emotes, by the way. Jam jars are our version of bottles, by the way. Other streamers have bottles for viewers to throw in the chat when they are bottling leading positions. I have no fear of bottles. Jam jars, however, I have a terrible phobia of. Not empty ones, granted, I can deal with an empty jam jar. Jam jars with contents in is my kryptonite. Craig, you had a steak sandwich with mustard. Tell you what, that's fancy for Chesterfield, that is, isn't it? Very fancy, good lord. Okay, 2-0 up against Accrington. I'll reason with you. I thought might be going a little bit better than that. This pioneering 4-1-3-2 asymmetric with a balanced mentality and a standard defensive line I thought might cause them more trouble. Goodness. Oh, Brashy, you scoundrel. Gavin Brash, you are an absolute hero. Brashy is the hero we didn't even know that we wanted. Yeah, you know this is coming back, young man. You know it's coming back. HC, Terps, Glenroy, Higher Brown, Narrow Diamond, Corintiano, Wingbacks, Interpol, worrying that they're in the stream. Rick's got one, Jono. You're incredibly kind, Gav. Goodness me. For a streamer that struggles to produce wins to reward viewers with. Incredible kindness. No, it's not. We're even. I don't think we are even. It's coming back. Both of you just giving Jeff B so much money. Hey, Jeff deserves it, doesn't he? I don't know. Here we go. By the way, I like to keep viewers' opinions at the forefront of my mind. Don't concede. Oh, my. Oh, lordy. I like to get the viewers' feedback on what we're doing in stream. Everybody loves the funk playlist on the Fridays. I feel like the Motown Mondays are growing on you. We're going with cover versions today. Be a soul. You're going to slip another little free kick in for us, son. No, but Rodrigo's there. Taps it home. Beautiful. Out of 10, where are we on the cover versions playlist? This is a little bit of Miley Cyrus, this. I hope Gav's not having to do his own shout-outs there. Jeff is on Mars. Jeff pays you handsomely. Lovely. Yeah, get in that Discord, by the way. Nice, that's the 8+2. That's the weird little numbers that we've got after everybody's names. Vibing with it, solid 7. Tell you what, we'll take that. We'll take a solid 7. White Snake Wednesdays. Acid, Jazz. Well, I don't know when we'd work in some Freak Power. Some more Chiba. Little bit of Portishead, maybe. Your board has just taken out a loan, quite a large one by the looks of it, Gashead, for a 3 million upgrade. Sensible. Thrash Metal Thursdays. Don't mind a bit of metal, Gav, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'm your level. I'm more of a kind of early noughties new metal sellout myself. Right, 3-0. How do you put a positive spin on a 3-0 win against a non-league team? Can you put a positive spin on a 3-0 win against a non-league team? Dragon Force Friday, then. I'm old. I don't know what that means, Thoughtsy. What's Dragon Force? Sounds like a Nintendo 64 game. Trance Thursdays. We are streaming Thursday this week. Techno Thursdays. Did the job is the positive spin, Simon. Hey, clean sheet. Clean sheet. Going to get harder now, though. This game against Stoke is massive. It's bigger than massive. What's the only thing that's bigger than massive? Mahoosive. What's the only thing bigger than Mahoosive? Huge. It's a huge game. Scooter Sundays. What do we do? Just play like scooter air horns? There are more positive spins than your washing machine. I'll take all the ones that we can throw. Stoke City are 19th. We're 17th. This game literally has to be won. The only thing that I think is going in our favour, and I will show you, is I think we've got a decent end of the season running. We've got a horrific run coming. We got Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham. Remember, West Ham, they were top of the league. Don't know if they still are. Top of the league and Champions League holders. Then we got Arsenal and then Aston Villa, who qualified for the Champions League last season. Conceivably, after Stoke, we could get 0 points from the next 5 after that. But then we've got Newcastle, Reading, Wolves, Southampton, Brighton. Little reminder, I don't think Brighton have won a game. Or they've just won their first. They're on 7 points. One of those points was against us when we threw away a 2-goal lead, by the way. And then Norwich and Leicester to round things off. I reckon there's points to be had from the final 6 games of the season. Reassure me that we could get 12 from the last 6 games if we need them. Let's imagine we beat Stoke now. That takes us to 25. Lose the next 5 games. 12 more takes us to 37. 37 points was enough to stay up last season, season before. Oh, come on now. 34 points is enough to stay up in this darn league. So, Gashead, whoever mentioned the steak sandwich? Madness Mondays. Take madness to the house of fun. Rick, the music artist Scooter. What about Scatman John Sundays? Bebop dee bidop bop. Rick, you'd aim for 40 to be on the same. Rick, I'm aiming. I don't think I'm going to get there, though. I'm not beating Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham, Arsenal, or Aston Villa. So, this even getting 12, 15, I think hinges on a win against Stoke in the next game. And I'll be honest, I'm frightened. If Brighton can beat Chelsea, so can you. But I couldn't beat Brighton. let's go back to that. Where was that Brighton game early in the season? 2-0 up. 2-0 up. 72nd, 77th. Back in those innocent days of playing a 4-3-3. Do you remember them? Oh, a bit of Taylor Swift. Surely this means you're equals, therefore you beat Chelsea. Football maths. All right. I like it. Scatman John had some bangers. There you go. There you go. I think you've got to be of a certain vintage to remember Scatman John. You say bangers plural. I don't know of a second song. Was there a second song? There's a question for the ages. What was Scatman John's follow-up hit? Bit of T-Swizzle. This is your jam. Gavin Brash, you strike me as somebody who would not ordinarily enjoy a Taylor Swift cover version. Right, Bangora completes his leadership score. The 5 in brackets means that before I send him on his leadership course, his leadership was 5. And he comes back with 6. Money well spent there then, eh? Brilliant. I don't know what I was expecting, but a little bit more than that. Casino went on a leadership course with a 7. He's up to 8. All right. Better. Who else went on the leadership course? Rosales 6 is now leadership 6. Genius. Brilliant. Oh, all that money for one attribute. Well, I sent 3 of them. So I sent 3 players on a leadership course for a cumulative gain of 2 leadership attributes. You would totally consider yourself totally Team Tay-Tay. She only puts out the bangers, doesn't she? Katie, so, you don't know how we'll feel about this, but you kind of feel like you're listening to Ken Bruce whenever you start talking about music. I think you'll find we are much younger and more progressive than Ken Bruce, thank you. And you've just been binned off by Radio 2. Even Radio 2 have decided that he's too ancient for them. Oh, we got Man City in the cup as well. There we go. That's the end of that little run. Nice. Adamy, are you Team Tay-Tay as well? More like Smashy and Nicey, Neil. Hang on. Do I need to put the Bartman Turner overdrive on? Talis is in as well. Welcome in. Yeah, he now does Popmaster on the TV. I never knew that. Ken Bruce on TV. Hang on, this is a little bit of Young Dumb Broke. Who was that? Can't remember who did that song. Hey, this is modern, cutting edge. We ain't seen nothing. We ain't seen very much at all. We've seen one game, though, in 40 minutes. Got your son in a youth intake at Legia Warsaw. Decent-looking player. Just abandoned him and moved to Scotland, eh? If he can't cut it in Scotland, that's his own problem. He's got to sink or swim. Tough love in Football Manager. Okay, Brighton have lost again. And this is game day. I'm very afraid of this game. Classic Kate, hold on, you scoundrel. You got Urlot promoted season 1. Been working on it. I cannot get a back 3 to work, Katie. Do not be scared for season 2. Personally, I found the first 2 divisions in Spain, tier 4, tier 3, reasonably forgiving. Carriage, February's Young Player of the Month. What have you done to deserve that? Not a lot, son. That's the best the Premier League has got. And then, yeah, I find tier 2 and tier 1 in Spain a little bit more of a bruising encounter. Chuck Mosley, by the way. Thank you very much for the follow. Kindness beyond what we deserve. We're trying to squeeze into 500 followers. I don't know whether we'll get that done today, but we're going to give it a go. Going to give it a go. Supposed to congratulate Carriage? Really? Are we congratulating mediocrity? And Suzuka as well. Thank you very, very much for the follow. I've lost it. I've lost it. Where is he? Oh, there he is. All right, well, congratulate him. What's he want? Wants a handshake, does he? Well done. He didn't play very well, though. He's got a couple of sixes. 6.6 against Man City. 6.9 against Middlesbrough. He only showed up for 2 of the 4 games. Simon, we're celebrating mediocrity here, by the way. Glenn, I knew you'd be lurking. Up the forest, hope you're well. You get back to your lurking now. Stevie's in, good afternoon, sir. MD raised his following. That's kindness beyond what I deserve. Thank you very much for that. Mediocrity is a high standard at this club. It's a fair point, and I'll take it on board. The plan is to eventually evolve into a Pepish side. The ultimate Catalonian tribute act. That is a challenge there. That is a real challenge. It's Noodles90 is following. That's incredibly kind. Hello to you. Let us know where you are in the world, Noodles, and who you support. And Adam is gifting a tier 1 sub. You're an absolute hero, Adam. Thank you. Hero. HC Gavin. Gavin's been scandalously generous today. Get your little llamas out for Gavin. It's all retribution. I know what he's up to. He won't win. Got to remember, Gavin's got to face me in a couple of weeks. Simon Thornley's now. Come on now. Absolute hero, Simon. Absolute hero, Simon. Clark to the Mac gets it. Games Tell Stories is with us. Welcome in, Kirk. Video out tomorrow, by the way, on the Manager's Seat YouTube channel. Let's get one of those going in the chat for anybody that's not subscribed. The Manager's Seat YouTube channel is a little amalgamation between myself, Johnny, Stinger, and regular guests. If you're still here from RDF's raid, Aaron was kind enough to do a guest appearance on the channel. And Games Tell Stories has a video out tomorrow on FM24, no less. So that's going to be fun. Oh, going to be so close. Are we hitting 200 subs or 500 followers first? I'll take either, to be honest. I'll take either. We're 9 followers from 500. To be honest, you're afraid of what you've got in mind for Slough. Well, honestly, your first lager top will be on me. MD Games 2017 is following. You're incredibly kind. If you're lurking, working, smirking, twerking, we love all of those things. If you want to get involved in the chat on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, you tell us where you're from, who you support, and we'll take care of the rest, MD Games. Welcome in. Welcome in. And anybody that's not already subscribed to the Manager's Seat YouTube channel, you got fabulous content on there to do with tactics from Stinger. You got fabulous content on there to do with Wonder Kids, scouting, how-to guides from Johnny or JDFM. And then you got me pottering around, occasionally banging out a reasonable video as well. What about all 4 at the same time? How would that work? You're working and lurking, I get it, with a smirk on your face whilst twerking. It's the twerking that I think would create those difficulties. Gas has been busted, though. Gav, honestly, I feel like I didn't really know enough about people in the community when we met at Nottingham. I didn't know you very well. I didn't know Shaughnessy very well. I didn't know Abby very well. I didn't know Henry, Cozza Bob, Callum. But in Slough, can't wait. Can't wait. Craig, you were very shy. Craig, were you in Nottingham? You should have come out. You should have come and dominated. Sat at the end of the row by yourself, Craig. Ah. Oh. Fortunately, I had Neil, Thoughtsy, and a couple of others to cling through. Glenn's from Nottingham, so very kind enough to like show us around. Kevin. How are we, Kevin? Fabulous, we are, Kev. Fabulous, although we're about to play a second game inside an hour, so I'm in uncharted waters here. And if we don't win it, I think we're in an awful lot of trouble. Young Isaac joins us as well. Afternoon, Llama and chat, joining you from a train to Chester to watch Total Network Solutions later. What a day. What a day. Nottingham was great for it. A cheeky bit of networking. Hanging out with a load of fantastic people. Best night you've had. I think Slough's going to be that on Amplified. MD Rays, you're across the pond. Huge American fans over here. And would you believe it? At 12 years old, you randomly chose Spurs as your first football team. Regretted it ever since. You don't get away, I'm afraid, MD. We're just telling us from the US. We need to know more than that. Where are you? Are you in the Midwest? You West Coast, East Coast? I spent an awful lot of time in New Jersey. That's my state. When I first met Mrs. Llama, she lived in New Jersey, so I've spent a lot of time over there. Been up and down the East Coast and the West Coast. Not really done much in the middle. Oh, Kev, yeah, he's tuning up. He's just doing his vocal exercises now. Adam, we all make bad decisions as a kid. Well, yeah, mine was to support Birmingham. And I've now got 3 little llamas all doing the same. So those bad decisions they've been inherited. They've been passed on. Okay. What side is likely to get a result against Stoke? I'm feeling like Carriage as Young Player of the Month. Thank you, Carriage. Comes in. I feel like Griggy Smalls, with an average rating south of a 6.5 across his 5 Premier League appearances, might not be the man for this occasion. So we'll put the far superior Kessler Hayden in, and he's banging out a 6.69, you know. So, I mean, he's buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Isaac, similar story to... Oh, you're a Spurser as well, aren't you? First team you recognised on TV. A dose of Llama is far better than a few antidepressants. I don't know, I'd probably make things worse, wouldn't I? Rodrigo and Biasoli. I'm happy with that as my strike force. Suleiman Gray Casino. Yeah, like that. Aggie Income. I'm not sure I want him in the team, but Bangora's still injured. All right, never mind. This is it. This is as good as we can put out. All right, let's just go. Let's just do it. By the way, Carriage and Kessler Hayden have got that dreaded dotted line between them, which means they don't play nicely together, do they? And we're fighting in the sandpit. What is the team talk? What is the winning team talk? What's Games Tell Stories after? Good afternoon, Kev. You were listening to last week's pod this morning and you said everyone could find you on Llama's Twitch channel. It's absolutely true. Well, me and Kev swim very similar waters. Very kind that he pops in. Dotted line of doom, Kesson. Well, I wish I hadn't picked him now. We need a winning team talk. If you carry on your last performance, the last performance was against Accrington, Stanley. Come on, everyone. We need a result here to hopefully ease out. That sounds like that's putting pressure on them. I want to win every match. Here we go. I want to win every match. That's it. That'll do. That'll do. We got some green on there. Okay. You'll have to forgive me. I'm bumping up the highlights package. We're going extended. This is a big game. If we're getting absolutely roasted, I need to know about it early so I can switch to something more cautious. Suleiman, get us off to the dream start. No, you just lost control of the ball. All right. It's not over though, boys. All right, you've lost it twice inside the first 30 seconds of the match. Good stuff. And brought a player down. I picked a good one there, didn't I? Great. Great. Oh, I thought we were a goal down inside the first minute. They did score 3. Carry that on. Well, it's too late now. I've blown it. Suleiman's made a terrible start to the game. We do give away the ball so much. Simon Thornley is redeeming Rate My Snack. And he's gone with mini cheddars. Interesting. We'll talk mini cheddars. Oh, has that bounced off Rodrigo? He's hit it into the face of his own man. That's a good question there, Adam. Yeah, we're going with the regulars. Oh, Lacroix had a nibble there as well. See, that's an interesting question, mini cheddars. Because it's all about the ratios. We know that from when we discussed steak bakes yesterday. Oh, we're going to go a goal down, aren't we? Oh, good Lord. Regular guys in. Morning, Brian. Early start for you, isn't it? What are we on? Like 10 to 9? 5 to 9? Ooh, you're kicking off your work day. Meetings booked in. Steak bakes are brilliant, but they're even better in FM Super Leagues. Well, there's the truth. We were talking yesterday how the pastry to filling ratio is all off, though. It's all off. And so here we go, Simon. I'm going to say it's a similar story with the old mini cheddars. Dylan James Tyndall's now following as well. Thank you very much for that. Kindness beyond what I deserve, Dylan. Simon, when I think you get a regular pack of cheddars, like the crackers, the larger sized ones, they're quite thin. Easy on the palate. Very Moorish, I would say. When you shrink them down to mini cheddars, they seem to get a bit thicker. I find them a bit more work, if I'm honest. They make you put in a little bit more effort. You chew in there for a while. And those bags are very little, aren't they? Make me feel like a giant. And Steffi Hugo is now following as well. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Feel free to tell us your opinions on mini cheddars. So if I'm going for a score out of 10, I don't mind them. I find them strong. I'll give them a 6.8. By the way, we need to be keeping track of all these scores. Isaac, you hope this is for the chat to give opinions. Everyone's going to jump in. Everyone's going to jump in. Nige, anything with cheese is amazing. Isaac, wrinkles increase the surface area, so you get more flavour in. That's science there as well. You're ignoring everyone except Llama and ignoring Llama if he doesn't like them. I like them. I just prefer the larger ones. So I'm going to go with a 6.8. Maybe a 6.81. 5 to 9. You actually start around 7:30, so you're up and rolling. Happy Tuesday, Brian. Welcome in. Welcome in. Pennsylvania, right? It's your neck of the woods. Kev, 3 out of 10 for any cheese-based snacks. Kev, you're not winning yourself any friends there. Flavour is okay, not more, but the texture. This is how Kev gets all the viewers. He's turned heel. He's a controversial figure now. Kesson likes them with a bit of a crunch. Don't like them if they're soft. Craig, wait, we're listening to Husavik. We're listening to cover versions of Husavik. HC's given them 8.5. Get the ball in the box, by the way. Cheeky little follow there. Cheeky little follow. Welcome in. Illitigril, why the 4-4-2 formation? I'm not playing a 4-4-2 formation. I'm playing a 4-1-3-2 asymmetric. which is not a 4-4-2. No matter what Neil might spam the chat with emote-wise. Goodness me. Goodness me. Okay, the first 15 minutes I'm going to describe as suboptimal. Bordering on squiffy. Get the ball in the box. Long-time YouTube watcher, first-time Twitch watcher. Well, you are more than welcome. Let us know who you support. Get involved in the chat. A friendly bunch in here. Mainly chatting music, Rodrigo. We need this. That's a pass back. That's not even a shot, Rodrigo. Let's go positives. We're working our way into the game. Cheeky pause. By the way, guess the cover version here. Guess the cover version. Better than the original. Outrageous accusations. What do the numbers mean, though? Enough, Kesson. Enough. Get the ball in. You're a Cork City fan. Are you from the Emerald Isle as well? We've already got no game with us. Cork City, correct me here. Oh no, maybe I'm making things up. Roy Keane's from Cork, but did he actually play for Cork City, or was he a Cobe Rambler? Maybe I'm making things up. Suleiman! Yes! Rodrigo! Oh, whoa. Thank you. It's all right. It's all right. We didn't go too early. We're fine. We're fine. Don't you worry. Aye, Neil's in as well. It's not a 4-4-2. I don't know. Neil considers himself a tactical expert, and he can't tell the difference between a 4-4-2 and a 4-3-1 asymmetric. Come on now. Not this instantly, please. Willie Nelson. That's all right. That's over the bar. Ooh, yeah, Katie, you got it. Better than the original as well. Better than the original. Night, here we go. Llama's formation, I don't like the start of this night, is a 4-4-2. But one where the midfielder has a potent egg sandwich and the rest of the midfield insists on staying upwind of him. Outside the box. Dylan, have to believe Stinger is from the God's County of Cumbria. He is. Not sure that that's God's County, but we'll go with it. Dylan, it was Kobe. He was a Rambler. There we go. Play for Cobra. Oh, they're Cork City's. Well, they're like a feeder team, are they? You and Got No Game alongside working on a mega spreadsheet have been chatting about potentially going to a game in Ireland together. Awesome. Talis, I did not panic. I never thought that goal was offside. Thank you. Never thought. Neil, love a nice cheese and ham cob. There we go. We're back to people's lunch plans. Come on then. Who's this? Who's this? Name your cover version. By the way, you might want to turn your radios down now. This has got a couple of words in it, this one, I think. Oh, Rodrigo. It's like a 1-from-5 ratio. There you go, Gav. He knows. Gav knows. Craig knows. We need a second goal. And even then, that's just for a point. Rodrigo, Sue Gray. Oh, that's useless. Useless. Spanish lower leagues are confusing, Katie. Is that in terms of like the league rules? Or the playoff system? Playoff system took me a little bit of time. Took a leaf out of Salty's book and went to Spoons for lunch, Isaac. Now you're living. Now you're living, my friend. Yeah, the multi-league playoff, yeah, is a thing. You're in the First Division B, but you don't need to play in the First Division A to get to the Second Division. But there's 8 teams in a playoff semi. Yeah, why Football Manager gives that its own like league as you're scrolling through, I'm not entirely sure. Gav, Spoon's food is no nonsense. Spot on food. Is that right? Is that right? Brian, you got sacked. Spanish lower leagues before you could understand what you needed to do. Spain, I'm going to say, actually, is one of the few nations I've never been sacked in. Never knowingly sacked in Spain. Get me. I don't want to see a hint of no. I think we're doing... Yeah, let's find another gear. Let's find another gear. No response whatsoever. Defenders. Keep going. Go make the difference. There we go. Suleiman, terrible. He saw it inside the first 30 seconds when he gave the ball away twice. We get Christine Aguilera on. Play a left back over there. It's better than Suleiman. Spoon's food isn't food. Horrible stuff. Never mind the 50 countries he has been sacked. Hey, it's not as many as 50. Maybe in the medium to high 40s. Certainly sacked in England. Norway. Germany. Hello. Oh, Carriage. Young Player of the Month. Young Player of the Month, apparently. Come on, then. At least put in a decent set play. We never score from corners. Lacroix gives the ball away. Hello. See it out. No. Oh, you could see it coming a mile off. A mile off. Oh. I could see it there. There. Apologies for the language, but bother. Oh, no. And it's the wrong team talk, isn't it? I did the wrong team talk. Shabby Merkin this following, though. What a username that is. Shabby Merkin. Welcome in. Oh, we're even on the match stats. Look at the XG, though. We should have scored more than one by now. Here we go. Ait Nuri. We never win a header from a set play. Willie Nelson. Oh, they're countering on us. It's 3-on-3. No. Oh, right. Let's berate the little badgers, shall we? Oh, Shabby, one closer to the 500. You are way too kind, Shabby. I don't know what we're on now. We've got to be in the 490s, I think. Katie's got a decent new striker coming through. Scored in the playoff semi. I'll sign him. How much do you want? Rodrigo's woeful. Kev, whoa. If you're going to use bother. Oh, yeah, I need a little bleep button, don't I? 496. Oh, we're only a few away. We've got an hour to go. I'm very much angry at Football Manager, but then you've got the cover versions in the background. It's very hard to be to be angry. Keo Yords. Yords. I'm going to soften that J. Yords. 497. Beautiful stuff. Love it. Love it. Be kind or the dag nabbits will come out. Well, I don't want to take it to that place, Neil, but if Stoke score again, it's going to happen. Aguilera struggling to meet the pace. That's what you want from a sub you've just bought on. Genius. All right. Ait Nuri, let's swap you around with Christina. Go and play at left back, Christina. And then let's bring on useless Makoko over on the left wing. Partly useless because I'm playing them wildly out of position, but first one to guess the intro. Come on. Come on. Adam got Chef U into 200 million debt. That's good. Right, we need a winner. A draw's not going to cut it here. It's not God Save the Queen. Hang on, we won possession with a corner here. That's over the bar. Is that some yeah, I think it used to be a Vauxhall advert in the 80s. But we're doing all the pressing here. We got to find a winner, boys. No! No! Buck Rogers. Win the ball. Good, come on. Counter now. Counter, come on. Go on, slip him in. Rodrigo, one more, please. I'm going to change Rodrigo's name to 1 from 8. And this is a 4-on-3. What do you think's happening here? Neil, it's a cheeky bit of clappers. Yeah. Oh, they're about... Rodrigo's miss wasn't the highlight, was it? Here we go. Brace yourselves. Oh. Oh, 1 from... yeah, 1 from 8. Oh, I bought him in because I thought Flavio was such a misfiring striker with his 4 in 18. I thought we needed somebody more reliable up front. So you bring in Rodrigo. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Flavs could be coming on for the last 10 here. Gray, Casino. How did it go against Ackers? We got a 3-0 win. Simon, I don't know about whipped him. A 3-0 win. 3-0 win. We never win headers from corners. We're so weak. All right. Oh. I don't know what to do. Stick or twist here. Casino struggling. Get Morty on. We'll get 1 in 8 off. Get Flavio on. He may as well miss chances. What can I do to pep it up? I mean, we're creating chances, I suppose. Let's just have faith that we're going to score one of the chances we're creating, shall we? We cannot put Makoko up front. Never works. Can we? Okay. I tell you what I will do. Concession time. I'll at least play McCokes in a position he wants to play in. Show me the winner. Not for Stoke. Show me the winner. Not sure what I have against Badgers. I don't trust them. Huge carriers of TB. And if the Badgers Union want to sue me for that, you go for it. That will hold up in court. That's what Flavio does. There's Flavs. Come on, we need the winner. Christina. No. Jimmy Greaves. Morton. Come on, son. Be a solely. Just roll it across. Roll it, Flavs. Yeah! Come on. Abandon everything. Here's me dancing. Here's me dancing. They also eat all the mashed potato. What's that from? Is that Bodger and Badger? Right. We need to get into the tactics as well. They're solely cool as the proverbial here. Oh, Flavs. Long time since that rascal's hit the back of the target. We needed that. Right. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Oh, like that. Thea solely can just jump in there naturally. So, Gray struggling though. Okay. 87 minutes as well. Come on. Just see it out now. See it out. 90 minutes. Unashamedly. Full on. There we go. Come on. No, this is too early. This is a highlight. This is the real deal. Get up and win it. Okay. Come on. We'll sting them on the count. Oh, Makoko. No. No. Who is that? It's Makoko. Oh, darn Makoko. Can you sell a player during a match? Is that a thing? Oh, right. I apologise. Right now, I apologise. Dag nabbit. Oh, dag nabbit. I've fallen behind in the chat as well. Sorry. Our God's in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What? Wait, are you against badger? I'm not against badgers. I love all woodland creatures. Honey badgers. Did you hear badger slander? Not a bit of it. Especially not honey badgers. You don't mess with one of those. There are a few things that infuriate me more than badger haters. I understand. Honey badger. Well, do you know what, badger? You've seen the full swing of emotions. This is a must-win game against Stoke, and we've just conceded a 93rd minute equaliser. Which is why you've heard a little bit of language. Oh. Bother. Absolute bother. JMC06 is following. Thank you very much. Head in hands. Swear jar. Get your jars out. Get your jars out. I've just made Brian May's #1 enemy list. The duality of a man just unfolded before us. And Uber Haxer Lou is now following. Welcome in, Lou. Oh, that is a killer. Buck Rogers. Oh, you're not even that good. Oh, he just hangs his head. Just hangs his head. Potsy's in. Look like you joined at the worst time. Let's be brutally honest here, Potsy. You just joined at a time. We just lurch from one crisis to another here, don't we? It keeps us 1 point ahead of Fulham. 2 points ahead of the Stokies. Within touching distance of Norwich, I suppose. But now we've got one heck of a run. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, West Ham, Arsenal. I don't want to play these teams. Oh, the sadness. Hang on. Dropped a bomb. I bought in the dag nabbit and look at the kindness. Ludo, that is incredible. You are an absolute hero, Ludo. Absolute hero. We're not even meant to be streaming today. Gav's dropped the 10. Ludo's dropped the 5. Von Shit, Geary, Steakbait, Lenzard, Jambo. We got little llamas everywhere. Honey Badger. Chelsea in 13th, though. You can beat them. Little reminder. Stoke were in 19th and we drew with them. 5T, 4CK following. Ludo, I need to do that. Fluthu. It's not right, is it? You're going to have to tell me it phonetically so I can work on it. For a man with very strong music opinions, you've had a mare today. Are we not enjoying the cover versions? Right. Maybe we need the Funky Friday playlist on, and then we can beat Chelsea. Come on. This is what we need. This is what we need. Coppero is in. First time chatter. Hey, man. By the way, Adam, thank you. We're at the 500s. Come on, we're at the 500s. By the way, I've got to stop playing the alerts, you know. Because when I upload the VODs, Those alerts don't play. It's just me bobbing around. 500. Stinger's just unfollowed. There we go. Copro, love your vids. Do you have any fun saves in Iceland? I'll be brutally honest with you, Copro. I think you've already done it. I think when you pick Iceland as the country you're going to do a save in, you've already done it. Because, what do you mean a hype train is close? What's going on downstairs? Iceland's just a fabulous nation. Virtually every team, if not all, are going to be semi-professional. I would maybe stay away from the big clubs like IA, FH, Hafnarfjordur. Is that their name? Just get yourself down in the second division. Pick any of those teams and you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing. Double DD is a soft th. Yeah, but it's the two ths that I'm struggling with. The th and the th. Does Twitch not pick up on these songs? Keep the covers. Nobody gift any more subs till he gets rid of Enrique Iglesias. Behave now. Jake's Hotbox is following. That's got to be 501. Come on. You thought about doing a DNA at Ulot, but you figured with Catalan-only players, yeah, you're already up against it. Adam has gifted another. Incredible kindness. Look at that message to Stinger. The instructions were unclear. Incredible. Incredible. What's happening now? Are we hype trading? Ludo's done another 5. Stop it now. Drew, Carbers, Stacks, Luff. The Geordie one. We're off on the train again. Incredible. Stinger's got a little emote. Stinger, I got the inspiration for moving emotes from you. Copper, thank you. You enjoy Iceland, my friend. Let us know how you get on. Qualifying an Icelandic team for the group stage of the Champions League. Incredible. Incredible. Gavin Brash's bits in. Gav, you scoundrel. To be fair, what of that other hero song is even worse? That's Weezer. You get out right now. Just wanted a train. You got your train. Katie is rating the snack. We wait with bated breath, Katie. We wait with bated breath. He's been raiding a local knitting club disco playlist. Stinger, you don't mean that. You're just trying to be hurtful. Murph's in as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ooh, you'd like to put forward for consideration a chocolate hazelnut show nut. Katie, you're going to have to forgive me as I Google that particular brand. Ooh. You've caught me off guard. There are a few snacks that I'm not familiar with, but I'm gonna do this one based on sight here. Let's get on the old images. Oh, them are fancy, aren't they? You're a bit classy, you. So what are we saying? These are like donut-shaped dark chocolate with show pastry. Oh my lord. These look like delicatessen kind of jobs. This ain't like in your counter at Greg's here, is it? Classy, Katie, I know. Katie, you've shamed us. Katie, do you want me to tell you what we've rated so far? Mini cheddars, steak bakes, beans on toast, and you come in with that little treat. It's a Cafe Nero. I knew it wasn't a Greg's thing. You fancy it, Cafe Nero. It sounds 10 out of 10 on that description. I always think you've got to give every snack a little bit of room to grow. Just on sight, Katie, I'm giving that a 9.2. That is fancy, by the way. That is fancy. You're all about those Nutella biscuits. Nice, nice. It's a tragedy he doesn't use Chad Kroger. Is that... That's the Nickelback guy that did the Spider-Man song, isn't it? As someone mentioned, curried beans on toast, the goat of beans. We've talked about beans, by the way, and we understand that nobody likes beans for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. Adam, she's playing to win, and you respect that. We've got a new leader. We're going 9.2 for the dark chocolate hazelnut donuts. That is I'm going to call that a marquee snack. Need to make a Llama rating list to see what things stack up. Bourbons. No, I've been misrepresented on the Bourbons. All I said was, if there's a war on and rationing is in progress, and you get a packet of biscuits, you're probably mildly okay with it. But when it's not wartime, why are you eating Bourbons? There is no biscuit that is drier. They're like naked penguins. They're penguins without the fun. It's like someone sucked all the fun off a penguin and just put it back in a packet. It's a nonsense. Got nothing against them. Hang on. As he's plunged into darkness. Give me a second. Give me a second. Regular viewers on YouTube will appreciate that. Regular viewers. Was running the light off the battery and it died on me. Don't worry, we're back on the mains. Got no game. Got no game. I'm afraid of... I don't know what to get. I'll tell you what I'll give you. Got no game. I'm afraid of using my hero ones now with Stinger criticising. We've received a level 3 hype train emote, by the way. I don't know what it is. It looks like that fox in a t-shirt. Excited. Don't know what that is. Yeah, naked penguins. That's pretty much what a Bourbon is. Sucked all the fun off a penguin. That's a phrase. There you go. There you go. What about rich tea? It's basically drywall, absorbs every drop of moisture. Rugio, I could not be more on board. I will let a digestive ride because they form the basis of a cheesecake, which is a marquee dessert. But I'm not going anywhere near a rich tea biscuit. I mean, the war is over. We all need to move on. By the way, we've got North Americans here, and when I talk about biscuits, North Americans think that I'm talking about what we would call scones. Scones. I flip-flop. Does it count as regular if you use the restroom at odd times? Does what count as regular? Isaac, sometimes this stream does feel like Alan Davis, as yet untitled. Jesper's in. Good to see you, Jesper. Jesper, you're going to have to teach me how to say hello in Danish. I'm pretty sure you're Danish. Llama is leaning heavily on his Beverly Hills 90210 playlist. You've got... Stinger, you don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to playlists. Mrs. Stinger makes all of your playlists for you, and well, you know it. Mrs. Stinger's workout playlist. You'd rather get Bourbons as rations than fig rolls. Katie, I feel like you are my snack soulmate. Fig rolls, what is that about? Has a fig roll ever been consumed by somebody under the age of 70? And I'm putting that out there. LUFC, that's got to be Leeds United, hasn't it? Kenzie's following. Thank you for the follow. We're over 500 now. Over 500. That's pure slander. Fig rolls are elite. Isaac, you are well under 70. Why are you eating old people biscuits? What's that? A cheesecake is a custard, not a cake. No, cheesecake is, well, all right, not a cake, but it's a top tier dessert. You thought it was, well, that's not going to help me. Hedge. How do you say hedge? Hey. There we go. I'm trying to summon my inner, what's the show I watched? The White Castle. Is it Borgen? Trying to summon my inner Borgen there. Hey. That's it. They say hey, hey, don't they? Hey, hey. And yes, but I am hoping that you are Danish now. Otherwise, you're just educating me in a language that's not your own. Katie, I don't think you... Kate, I tell you what, you're a class act. Delighted you're here today. You're classing everything up. Fig roll, Stevie. You are a man I thought of absolute fine standing. And you snuffle fig rolls in your spare time? Good Lord. Good Lord. Mighty Boldo is following. Thank you very much for that. Kenzie, you're a Leeds United fan. I'm pretty sure my club, Birmingham City, have got you second week of the season. That's our first home game. I'm going to that one. You're going to give us an absolute hiding. For me, if it's anything your gran would have put on a biscuit tray for a bingo friends, it doesn't get anywhere near me. Fig rolls, rich tea. Where are you on a pink wafer, Katie? Favourite cheesecake? Do I honestly say that? This is just showing off now. This is just showing off, but I feel like I'm revealing too much of myself on these streams. Figuratively, not literally. By the way, we need to set up some training. Flavs can now speak English. Will that help you? We need to set up some training in the background here as well, because our training profiles are about to move on to the assistant manager's defaults, which would be an absolute travesty. But yeah, for years, I found that you cannot get a good cheesecake in the UK. You have to fly to America to get a good cheesecake. A cheeky bit of Entenmann's or something. In the UK, I find the ratios are all wrong, and this is an ongoing theme now in this stream. I'm big about my ratios. The base to topping ratio of UK cheesecakes, all wrong. And the bases are always terrible. They are cheap and synthetic. Can't stand them. So for my, I'll gloss over this 40th birthday. Mrs. Llama made a homemade cheesecake, and I said, "Don't bother. You can't make cheesecake at home. That ain't going to turn out like a nice one, is it?" And she made literally a cheesecake that was like licking the tears off God's cheek. It was that good. And so now I don't eat cheesecake anymore. I'm just waiting for her to make another one of those. That was 3 years ago, but we're still waiting. Right, we'll get 2 days of rest in there. Oh no, that's a 2-game week. Apologies. There we go. Get the training going. So yeah, I don't eat cheesecake anymore because Mrs. Llama spoiled it with one glorious cheesecake. Yes, but you say it like, hey. Just summoning my inner Borgon there. Not my inner Bourbon. No, not the biscuit. Borgon. Great Danish TV series. Rook, also, you're late because you fell asleep in your chair. Happens to the best of us. Here you go, Kenzie. You are going to fit in right away. Look at this. Fig rolls are shocking. Custard creams, on the other hand, are amazing. You're doing the Lord's work, Kenzie. You keep spreading that message. Katie's also coming for Tunnock's wafers here, and you're disgusted. I don't mind a bit of a Tunnock's tea cake or a Tunnock's wafer. That's lovely stuff. Umbilicus, first time chat. Are you getting your little llamas going? Great to have you here, Umbilicus. Let us know who you support. Let us know if you've got a Football Manager save on the go right now. Maryland cookies for Bargod. Yep, strong. No, Tunnock's wafers were never given to the bingo ladies. Love a Tunnock's wafer. Murph, I love that emote, Murph, by the way. Mighty Baldo, you're a blue nose as well. I am. Does that make you one, Baldo? I'm a blue nose. Okay, your take or leave a pink wafer. Depends what you're drinking. With tea, yeah, I can see that. Pink wafer in your tea, not great. Pink wafer just as Knight Rider starts. Hello, the 80s. He had beautiful hair in Knight Rider, didn't he, Hasselhoff? The way it bobbed on the back of his collar. Beautiful. Tell you what is an elite bingo biscuit, though, and one you'll make an exception for, a Fox's Classic. Honestly, Katie, we are biscuit soulmates here. Badger, USA, USA. Llama loves a buttery biscuit base. I love a base, I love a base, I love a biscuit base. I really do. The co-worker at an old job used to make cheesecakes for fun and bring them in. It was heaven. I didn't think homemade cheesecake would work, but honestly, Mrs. Llama is just... It's a signature dish. One that she's never remade, but it's a signature dish. Inside all of us, there's an inner board. No, there's not. Mystics follows. Too kind. Bubba McGinty follows. Way too kind. Mystics, can you see the team? Also, hello. Do you know what, Mystics? Once in a while, I might even play a little bit of this game rather than just chatting about biscuits. There's the team. It's an absolute shower at the moment. And we're about to take on Chelsea. And we need a win. You're at least 1/3 bourbon. Not bourbon, bourbon. Don't want to be 1/3 bourbon. Not this early in the day. You're 1/3 bourbon. I just don't get the bourbon propaganda. The little llamas will enjoy a bourbon and I don't get it. So dry. So dry. What year are we in here? 2034. How many trophies have we won? We'll gloss over that. First time chatter here, Bubba McGinty. What do the numbers relate to? It's not their CA or their PA, no. People who will put a little exclamation mark 8+2 in the chat. It's where I've selected 10 attributes that are important to me in a player, and I've added them together to give each player a score out of 200. It just lets me keep track of how well these players are matching my DNA, if you will. And I realise when you just arrive into a stream, it's very confusing. What's this kid up to with his crazy little numbers? Just keeps track of who my best players are. So my hero is Bangura, who gets 153 for the 10 attributes that are most important to me. He scores very highly. How have you gone 11 years? I like to get deep into a save, and we've been playing this for a fair few number of weeks now. A great idea. Maybe need to look at a squad like that. But you know what? Join me here, a little bit of insider information. I've got a video coming out on the Manager's Seat channel towards the end of this week. If you're not subscribed to the Manager's Seat channel, there's your little link. And I've got a video coming out on DNAs and the 8+2 system. And I've created some different little DNAs that you can transplant into your game as squad views. So I've got like a possession-based one, a gegenpressing one, a wing play one, plus the 8+2. If you're not subbed, what are you doing? That's it. Blue save next season, start of a new era. But you know what, Baldo? As the name suggests, because my name is Llama. Spoiler, that's not my birth name. Llama stands for Lower League Manager. Let me put it in the chat the way it's meant to be. Lower League Manager. There we go. So I always start at teams in the bottom playable divisions, and Birmingham are doing a good job in heading their way down to Tier 6, but they're not there yet. So for FM24, I'm going to be starting out at a nice Tier 6 club, or a bottom tier club in whatever nation I pick. Even if I do a journeyman, I'll start unemployed with no badges, no experience, and find a club in the bottom playable division. Always like to start at the bottom. And, as the chat will tell you, stay there most of the time. Right, Flavio's coming in to play up front with Roddy Rodrigo. Creating more DNA than Jurassic Park. Football Manager is a goated game. You're doing a Brighton save 3.5 seasons in. Good stuff. You might try this with your Newport County save. There we go. Yeah, and we did spend a bit of time with Birmingham during this journey, man. Even though I'm only meant to be managing clubs from the capital cities, but Birmingham called me. Can you recommend? No, you can't, because I can't pronounce that. FC Stade Nianois as a save. Club with lots of character in one of the most beautiful towns in Switzerland. Great Instagram, and had to appeal to get their license to play in the second tier. Do you know what, Thoughty? I always feel like these leagues that Football Manager has that have only got 2 playable divisions. Good for journeymans, but for long-term saves, 3 tiers is my fave and below. But is it Vaduz? Vaduz is a challenge. Isaac's getting a Microsoft Lappy again. I'm going to try and play a bit of FM properly. We'd be bugging him all for tips. And Jack Walter 2000 is following. Incredibly kind, Jack. Thank you very much. All right, brace yourselves. How did he get on with them? Oh, Baldo. I'll let the chat explain. You do have to agree, it's a shame that they don't have the 3rd tier. Maybe for FM24. I think new countries and greater depth in some nations could be coming. Imagine tier 4 in Germany and Italy. Come on. We used to have Serie D in Italy. Could be coming. Adam, never have truer words been spoken, my friend, than that. Never have truer words been spoken. Tier 4 in Germany, yeah, would be lovely. Yeah, Baldo, we moved to Birmingham. They just got relegated to League One. We bounced in, rebuilt the squad. We were about 20 points clear at the top of the league. And it just felt a bit too easy. So we moved to bottom of League One QPR because the narcissist in me thought that we could save them. And we got relegated. Then bounced back next season. And then we moved on to Paris. And then Madrid. And now we're at Crystal Palace. The recent form standings have got Chelsea in 20th place. 20. Yeah, they're going to beat us, aren't they? A bit of revenge could be on the cards here. Come on, players. Chelsea are 20th in the form table, though they won last time out. So, and they're playing that formation that I cannot handle. All right. Le Croix. Serie D may be tough. 9 leagues. Yeah, I guess it creates too many different divisions. A totally logical and understandable. I tell you what. Mighty. If you're going to back me up, you'll fit in great round here. I need some more allies against the chat. We need some more blue noses in as well. We're getting outnumbered by Villa fans who seem to be plentiful. Carrots, go on, get it across the box, son. Oh, what a start that would have been. Good tackle. All right, got to do it all over again because you're too weak to get up and win the ball. But we go. Come on. Squeeze. Oh, what happened? D-Zine. That is very kind. Thank you for the follow. They've got him behind us, though. Kai Havertz still playing. All right. All right. There we go. What have recent results been like? Oh dear. Oh, dear. Is someone going to answer, Daryl? I can't say it out loud. Think of a popular Spurs central defender. First name, Eric. Morton's been booked. We're not getting outplayed, though, are we? Let's encourage them. They like that. Casino's on the ball. Here's Carriage trying to do a bit of playmaking out wide. Here we go. Can we play it in behind? Go on. Now give it to somebody better than you. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Go get him. Go out. No. No. Oh, he's blazed it. Wait, who does everyone support? I support Birmingham. Who does everybody else support, though? They're going to pop it in the chat. I'm not sure I know who all of the regulars support. What's going on there? It's not foul. Neither team's managed to hit the target as of yet. Argodd's Notts County. Ball in the box is Cork. Oh, no, they're getting in behind us. Oh, it's getting a little bit ragged. Lilbert's an Anderlecht fan. Are you a Belgian? Katie's Liverpool. Form has been very Kieran. We need more blue noses. Clicked follow as an Everton fan and you meant Birmingham. You'll stick around. Cam Ashworth. Don't you worry. Toffees are more than welcome. Kesson's Derby. Jesper's a Rangers fan. Oh, look at this. Argodd's County. Sean. Will be interesting to see how many French tiers there are with the reorganisation. Of course, they've gone down to, is it 16 clubs? Or is it 18 clubs? They've gone down to 18 clubs. The dream team must be Cadiz, stadium, beach and pub, all within 500 metres. Thoughts, you always found Birmingham a bit difficult to like, not sure why, but you're winning me round. No, they are very difficult to like. I feel the same, but I'm stuck with them. It's a family thing. Oh, why can't we just win a game? You think it's their boring logo? Hang on. No. Boring colours and boring game? Hey, the logo's good. Football on top of the world. What's not to like? Right. That's absolutely rubbish. Rodrigo. Of course, Rodrigo. 8 chances to score a goal, Rodrigo. Oh. Thoughtsy, you're having your own travails at the moment, aren't you? Let's freshen things up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, what I would not give for just a sneaky, streaky 1-0 win. And Davesy 987's following. Thank you very much for that. I wish I could show you better football. Oh, goodness sake. We just give the ball. Right. This is game after game. It's not working, is it? So tempo's got to come down. Because we're just giving the ball away time after time. This might be too late, by the way, that this is a menacing highlight. Oh, God, they are peppering the goal. Mystics, have you not got Javi, Bellingham, Tell and Endrick? Endrick's at Man United. Absolutely tearing it up. Bellingham's in midfield for Liverpool. I don't know where those other 2 scoundrels are. We had Job Bellingham when we were at Birmingham, but he's now playing for Reading. Right, just keep the ball better. Okay, not... Oh, dear. Yeah, Kai Havertz has got to be in his late 50s by now. And they're just through round the back of us again. Oh, Barbs is raiding with a pie of 2. That's incredible. Thank you. That is incredible. Thank you so much for that raid and for the follow. Hero is too light a word for you, Barbs. Thank you for that. You subbed you on the old YouTube, so may as well... Oh, we nearly conceded then. May as well here. That is incredibly kind. Thank you. Get the ball in the box. Have to jump talk soon. Back Thursday if you're around. We'd love to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How much did we make on Job in real life? Not that much. 3 million. For a 17-year-old with a lot of potential. We always undersell our youngsters. Oh, right. Christina Aguilera's coming on. What else can we do? I don't know. What else can we do? Be a silly on for Rodrigo. And maybe a shout of Damar Moore. Come on. We've not had a shot since like the 20th minute. We're very lucky to still be at 0-0, I'll be honest. Here we go. We played it out to the fullbacks. No, it's just... I do have an idea. It's going to be too late though, isn't it? Oh, God, we've hooked another one away. Right. It's not working. It's not working. We're going to go full width. We're going to go down the flanks. We're not going to pass out defence. Let's take that off. In fact, let's go more direct. Straight down the flanks. Run at the defence. I'm fed up of us just passing the ball through the middle. And getting caught out every time. Am I happy with that? I think I am. Or, no, do you know what? I'm going to go with that. What should we do? There we go. Oh. In fairness to Job, the kid was trying to live up to his brother. Near impossible task. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in him, to be honest, because he's fled to Sunderland, where some of our youth coaching staff have gone. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed at that. Anana had the most clean sheets in the Championship last season. Have I missed something there? We're talking goalkeepers. But what we have done with the Job money is I think we are strengthening pretty well. I was a little bit disappointed to see Chong go as well, but Chong swapped for Sanderson plus, another 2 million on top. That's good value, I think. Oh, they've disallowed it. Oh, we got away with one. We got away with one. Okay, we're just useless here. We're just sitting back waiting to concede goals. I don't feel like there's any buttons I can click that will turn around this momentum at the moment. We're not had a shot in like 60 minutes. Oh, here we go again. Come on. Oh. Jude's overrated. I'm not sure about that. We'll find out in Madrid. Even in the year 2034, I would take him in this Crystal Palace midfield all day long. Oh, we cannot win the ball back. We're so weak. They've got a man off the pitch. They're still just passing through us here. Big T! Big TJ! Thank you very much for the follow. Chong was class on his day, but 5 to 10... no, it's 4 million. 4 million for Chong, I think, isn't it? Plus a sell-on. So, yeah, again, I think we've undersold there, but with the financial restrictions at the club, they just take any offers that come in, I think. Big TJ, how's it going? Well, you know that old game, Football Manager, TJ? It's beating me at the moment. It's defeated me. Chelsea are bottom of the form table and they are now 2-0 up against us. Look at that momentum shift. Oh, there they come again. We got no answers. No answers. Yeah, I do think that with Jude Bellingham, there are greater tests than the Bundesliga. But I think I would base his potential more on, more on how he performed in the World Cup. I think that was a little bit more of a showcase of his abilities. And what he has that a lot of other young English talents don't have, in my opinion, very hard to get a read on it, is that he has great character. Very few leaders coming through in English football, I would argue. And Jude Bellingham has very good character. Even when Birmingham had him in the first team at the age of 16, he was still voluntarily in his spare time studying A-levels, even though he must have been sure he would make it as a professional footballer. He was studying A-levels in his spare time just to further himself. So I think he's got a really strong character. Moving out to Germany to play for Dortmund at the age of 17 or 18, I think he's strong. He's got a great family, although his family have moved his little brother to Sunderland, but he's got a very good family around him, I think. So, yeah, I think he's I think he's got the character to go far. But, of course, Madrid is as big as it gets, isn't it? We'll see how he gets on there. And we're going to see whether that leaves us in the relegation zone. I've got a horrible feeling it does, you know. Oh, we just perched there, limp and lifeless. Franco, how's it going? Bellingham comes across very well. I think he's a good character. Rashford played ball for United and did A-levels and fed the kids. I think Rashford also has a good bit of character around him. I think, again, you know, we don't want to get into sort of Gareth Southgate territory, but I think Southgate helps those young players a lot in terms of what he expects as a person. But we'll need more furballs from that for the full Gareth Southgate. You think he's probably the most natural leader England have? It's very difficult for us to say, isn't it, Katie? Because we're not inside the camp. We don't see how they behave. Certainly what Grealish has been up to this week, and I'm not meant to like him. He's very difficult to dislike. And I know he's got his own personal story that I think gives him a greater insight into what real life is like than perhaps lots of young footballers. Declan Rice, I think, is also... I think he's a nice lad. Whenever I see little videos of him with the fans, I liked him. Madristas don't have a good track record with warming to British players. Woodgate? Michael Owen did well there. Didn't stay very long, but he did well there. Steve McManaman won a Champions League. It's not bad. Oh, big fan of Harwood Bellis. Katie as well. the Chelsea man as well. Is it Colwill? I forget how you... Yeah, Levi Colwill. He looked immense at the Euros. Hey, honestly, he just looked such a commanding centre-half, the likes of which England have not had for... I don't know how long. He's got to go out on loan and get himself some football this season, I would have thought. If he wants to rock up at St Andrews, I'll drive him from Chelsea's training ground myself. It just looked like a colossus back there. And Harwood Bellis, the pair of them. I don't know where Harwood Bellis would be in this game. I've not ever come across him. He's at Brentford. Yeah, another goodie, I think. You're a huge fan of Jared Braithwaite. You think he could start for Chelsea? There's so many comings and goings at Chelsea. I'm not sure what they've got for centre-back options. They've got Badiashile. And they bought the player from Leicester, of course, didn't they? Who was then out promptly with an injury. JB, West Brom fan, you're a baggy, are you? Colwell will break into their team. He was brilliant for Brighton. Fofana, there you go. That's the one, isn't it? Fofana, he's not got another injury, has he? Oh, Colwell could well get game time then, because, I mean, Thiago Silva can't play 38 league games, surely. Joe, they've got Fofana, but is that the second time he's done his ACL? You can come back from them, though. Birmingham have got a player called Christian Bleak, who's done the ACL on both knees, and he's only 24. He's still at Chelsea. He does look injury prone even in this, doesn't he? Oh, sorry, no, he didn't do his ACL. He broke a leg, did he, in 2021? I thought he'd already done his ACL. He broke a leg. Tough, really tough. Llama, what are your thoughts on Dele Alli? Same with chat, because it made me want to cry. I'm going to say I found it very affirmational, actually. He spoke in a way... He spoke in a language of someone that's been in rehab. Reflective, insightful, mature. I don't think it was an interview that he wanted to do, but of course the UK press were going to out him for being in rehab. And honestly, I thought he spoke very, very well. I don't think anybody knew his childhood backstory, although I think the fact that he was adopted at the age of 12 or whenever it was made people think, well, there must be a story there somewhere. But I thought he spoke incredibly well. Incredibly well. I think that interview transcended his football. Very brave. Footballing wise, I don't know where he goes next. But in some ways, that probably is immaterial, isn't it? I saw another interview with Ryan. I can't remember his name. Is it Mason, the chap that retired because of the head injury? And then jumps in to be Spurs caretaker manager whenever Spurs do Spursy things. Is it Ryan Mason? I saw an interview with him, again, just incredibly affirmational, mature. You think about what some people go through in football. People like Sebastian Haller, for example. And their stories just, I find them life-affirming, personally. And good on Dele Alli. And Gary Neville, I'm not a huge Gary Neville fan as a pundit, but I thought he put together a very, very tasteful interview there. Feel for Mason. But there's an interview been done with him recently, Katie, where Ryan Mason was saying he just feels very lucky, very fortunate. Still working in football. Yes, he had to retire early, but he didn't think he would live. So, think if Luton, maybe Fulham got him, be a good place for him to go, or like a Brighton? Personally, he's probably not going to be performing at this standard. But I think Chelsea with Pochettino would be the ideal situation for him in terms of an environment. I don't know how other people. I don't think for 1 second that would happen. I think Chelsea are probably shopping in completely different markets, but that would be the right environment for him, I think. But yeah, good questions, good chat. Katie, please come back. Honestly, you raised the tone. You really do. Snack-wise and footballing-wise. Dele Alli would be a good fit, like for like, as a Maddison replacement. Yeah, but I guess he needs a coach. Needs a coach that he can be looked after, I guess. Good for Dele to do some player coaching stuff, work with the youngsters. Yeah. Kind of like Jay Spearing. Jay Spearing still turns out, doesn't he, for Liverpool under-23s. Signed by Poch and then loaned out, so he still has that environment, just maybe not in the first team. Or maybe just a season playing for Chelsea under-23s, you know. And you think you're allowed to play a certain number of players over 23, aren't you? Yeah, rocks up in the midfield sometimes when he's bored. Yeah, I thought I'd seen Jay Spearing. I thought I'd seen little clips of him still turning out. It's got to be in his early 40s, though, hasn't he? Let's see what we've got. Right, let's be brutally honest. Before we talk about Dele Alli any longer, let's talk about my own terrible form. It's not going great, is it? I feel like I need to play a couple of games offline because I've got to get through some really tough fixtures. We've got some absolutely horrifying fixtures coming up. We need to try and get a win from somewhere, having not beaten Stoke in that fixture. That was an absolute killer. The next time we're going to be live is going to be on Thursday. We're going to be at 1 p.m. UK. I don't normally stream on a Thursday, but I can't stream tomorrow because we've got a little Llama family thing going on. So we'll be back Thursday, 1 p.m. UK. Thank you to everybody that's jumped in this afternoon. Thank you to everybody that's been giving out subs and subbing and following. You're all way too kind. We're going to jump over and see my very good friend and absolute hero of a mod, Gavin Brash. Give him some love in the comments. Go and say hello. And then I will see you on Thursday for the comeback stream to end all streams.